on n'a pas dû y réfléchir très longtemps pour ce choix parce que le bleu est une couleur qui s'est imposée d'elle-même, étant donné que dans la série, la seule couleur qui est présente, c'est le bleu. Et le bleu, il vient d'une combinaison d'éléments soit aquatiques, soit liés au froid. Parce qu'il y a toute une série d'images qui a été photographiée dans des grottes en fait, qui sont des anciens glaciers. Donc la glace a disparu, mais elle a laissé des traces sur les roches, ou bien des grottes de glace. Et il y avait une atmosphère visuelle aussi très froide qui a donné cette teinte bleue. Et étant donné que c'était la seule couleur, on est tout de suite parti sur un objet bleu. Et puis, suite à la proposition de la graphiste de ce type d'œuvre de livre, on s'est dit que le bleu serait aussi tout à fait à propos pour l'intérieur. Et ça renvoie aussi un bleu de l'océan, à la profondeur de ce
Et sur ces pages, justement, ces pages qu'on met de côté qui ne sont pas coupées, si Thiago, par exemple, peut expliquer un petit peu.
I don't know if I got it all right, but there is also the picture of you pregnant. I don't know if you mentioned that. So there's only 3 pictures in the entire series that has the color. And it's the picture of a cave and a picture of the glacier. But also there's a key picture that it's not very immediate for the viewer to understand what's happening there, but it's a self-portrait of Benedict when she was pregnant. So there is these kind of 3 key pictures that they're the only ones in the series that have the color, and they all have this blue color. And of course, I think there is a metaphorical symbology for the blue to be hidden that then relates to these 3 pictures. And that's why we decided to have it inside, which is not very positive, but it's just subtly there. You can see it's there, but it's not so immediate. And it's something that you discover, and we wanted to have something on those terms that they are not so positive, although the cover is also blue, but it's something that it's along the book, but it's just, there hidden in the back, and you only see depending on the way you flip the book.
Et du coup, je reviens là-dessus, sur cette force particulière de ces pages qui sont coupées. Peut-être, Bénédicte, tu peux nous en parler avec cette présentation qui est particulière, justement, ce dos caché qui avons fait cette couleur.
Alors, oui. Mais oui, pour nous, c'était ça, c'était le fait que ça peut-être renvoie à plus que ce qu'on voit et cette profondeur et ce bleu dont on a expliqué la présence, qui donne aussi plus une autre dimension en fait au livre et qui peut-être aussi métaphoriquement peut renvoyer à l'invisible parce que le livre parle aussi de ça à travers les ombres. Oui.
Alors, il y a la volonté forcément de faire quelque chose toujours, j'imagine, un petit peu différent du livre précédent. Lorsqu'on regarde, ce que j'ai fait un œil à ce qui reste de ce précédent livre, on remarque tout de même qu'il y a des choses un petit peu en commun. Alors comment vous êtes positionné par rapport à ce nouveau livre, sachant ce qui avait été fait sur ce qui reste?
So when we look at your previous work, what remains, we notice some similarities and the continuation of the same atmosphere. So what could you say on this link between the new work waves and what remains?
I mean, I think there's one thing that is very key on this discussion, which is the fact that when you see Benedict's work, there is this continuation. So there is a way of photography that is evolving from point A to point B, but you can feel this continuation. And although it's a specific new thematic that you wanted to approach, but you still feel that continuation of her work. And for the fact that she proposed to publish with us the second book, That was actually one of the key discussions between all of us, including with the designer, which was either we go in the direction of doing something completely in the same direction and keeping, for example, the same binding and some other specific things that happen in second tests, or we go for a completely different approach. At the end, I think we strike something in the middle, where we kept some key elements, but then we changed other things. So one of the key elements that we decided to keep was just the format. If you put the book side by side, they're both 20 by 28 centimeters, so they're the same size. And then there are some details on the graphic design, but that's more on the graphic design level that the designer wanted to bring in. For example, these details with the title, where she includes part of the microscope or the what do you call it? This but the other one. So both of these elements, both the jellyfish in second tests and the planet in the second book, they are also kind of key elements in narrative. So she decided to use those to compose the title. But then there were some graphic tricks that we used on second test that we completely dropped. And this is because of the relation of the book with the thematic. Second test was a lot about the idea of breaking a structure, and make a rupture from something very static to something more organic. So what we decided to do in second test was to have a black and white narrative in uncoated paper, and then suddenly there's a break, and you have color pictures in with a lot of varnish, reflective paper, and there you feel this break. So we wanted to bring it to the objects, literally some of the ideas of the concept of the book. And this specific trick didn't make any sense to do it in Ondes, so that's why we also changed the kind of binding, and we decided to use other things like the Japanese paper with the blue inside, which reflected much more to the theme.